Welcome to the first debate for President of Football. The candidates are Chris Distefano from New York and Katie Nolan out of Massachusetts. Candidates, you will hear a beep when your time is up. Ms. Nolan, the first question is for you. Is Eli Manning elite?
Thanks, Dave. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me, and to the United States of America for also having me. Eli Manning is not elite. I'm sure my candidate will bring up the 2 Super Bowls that he won, but I like to live in the present, and that's in the past. That way you can plan for your future, which is very important as president of football.
Mr. Distefano, same question.
Thank you, Dave, for also having me. I'd like to thank the United States and Canada for tuning in. Canadian football is a sport. Is Eli Manning elite? The answer is yes. Going off my opponent's point, he did win 2 Super Bowls.
Was Eli Manning elite? Maybe, when he won 2 Super Bowls? Maybe. Or was he lucky? Some would probably say lucky. I am one of those people.
You can't be lucky and win 2 Super Bowls.
Can I finish?
He won 2.
Can I finish?
Lucky
Excuse
is
me,
1.
moderator, could you moderate, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll say this. I don't like that they always zoom in on Eli Manning's face or Peyton Manning's head after he takes his helmet off. It's like, what's with the red spot?
For the next question, we'll begin with Mr. Distefano. Should the Browns stick with Johnny Manziel or start Josh McCown?
That's a great question. I think the Cleveland Browns should absolutely stick with Johnny Manziel, a.k.a. Johnny Football.
It's not really his name. It's not his name. You're not saying facts.
It's Johnny Football Manziel, and that's his parents knew. He's from Texas, so like they knew he was going to be a good football player. So they just named him Football. Just like mom from New York, I'm going to name my kid, Pizza. If Johnny Manziel played for another team, then I'd say, yeah, put in the better quarterback. But it's not about football in Cleveland, okay? It's about them making it to see another year before they all jump in Lake Erie, because it's just too much to handle living in Cleveland.
Ms. Nolan, should the Giants keep Jason Pierre-Paul?
Thanks, Dave. This is a tough question. I was thinking no at first. I feel like yes. Loyalty is important to me. And the guy lost a couple fingers, so what? You don't need fingers to tackle. Tell you one thing, he's not going to get called for holding.
Ms. Nolan, give me your best Marshawn Lynch impression. Very good. Mr. Distefano?
I've been here the whole time. From the commercial that's airing now.
What the f***?
There's a commercial. You haven't seen that?
No, I've seen the commercial.
Okay.
Ms. Nolan, we'll go to you first. The Giants recently came out in support of wearing socks with sandals. Is it okay to wear socks with sandals?
Your socks are never clean unless you just bought them. Because you can wash socks over and over and over. They're dirty and dingy forever, and I don't want to see your dingy socks, so please put on a shoe.
Mr. Distefano?
I do not think it's okay to wear socks and sandals, because I don't think it's ever appropriate for men to wear sandals. I don't ever want to see any man's foot in my life, okay? Your feet are disgusting. When I see men's feet in the street, I feel like they're crawling on my shoulders. I'm wearing 4 pairs of socks right now just in case I blow a hole in the sneaker. I will say, though, that socks with sandals is a Dominican thing, and Victor Cruz is Dominican, so hola mi gente.
That didn't make any sense because you said you didn't like socks with sandals because you don't want to see feet, but the socks prevent you from seeing the feet, therefore you've disproven your own point, and you should not be elected president of anything. Stupid.
Yeah, I'd like to rebuttal that. That's true, but because I can see the outline of people's feet in socks, which makes it look even worse, because now it looks like your toes have cleavage.
Are we talking about thong sandals? Because I thought we were talking about the Adidas sandals with the little feelers on the bottom, and those don't have there's no toe cleavage.
My mind goes directly to the thong toe because it's the most repulsive, and I bury it in a deep, dark place, and now I'm going to need therapy after this because thoughts are coming back up. I hate you, Dad.
Mr. Distefano, this next question's for you. Should Tom Coughlin be fired?
Yes, he should be fired for the simple fact that I love Tom Coughlin because he did win us 2 Super Bowls, but he looks like he's going to have a stroke at any second. And for his health and well-being, I'd like Tom Coughlin to be fired. But it's not because I think he's doing a bad job. I just want him to be able to see his grandkids.
Well, I disagree with that, but I will say he should be fired because he doesn't understand how clocks work. And we learned that in 2nd grade.
I'd like to just rebuttal quickly. We live in a world of new digital clocks. He learned clock with the small hand, big hand, and that's really hard to keep track of.
Ms. Nolan, which woman should be on the $10 bill?
I believe there's only one possible option, and I'll be shocked if you don't agree with me. Tammy Taylor, the First Lady of Football.
I'm confused because I thought there was a woman on the $10 bill. You're saying that's a guy?
We will now hear closing arguments from each of our candidates. We will start with Mr. Distefano.
In closing, I'd like to say, F you, Katie Nolan.
Ms. Nolan, your closing argument.
I too would like to say thank you for having me, and Thank you to my opponent. Go America. And Canada. And Cleveland. Thank you. I'm going to shake this hand now. Also, watch Benders October 1st on IFC.
10 p.m. Set on at 10 o'clock. See you later.